Hey Hoopheads, Brad here with another breakdown, and today I want to talk about the Raptors' 115-109 win over the Cavs. Prior to this game, Kyle Lowry was named an All-Star for the 6th consecutive year, and he showed why in this game, dropping 23, 5, and 5 with 4 steals. Siakam had 4 steals as well, en route to the Raptors' 9th straight win. Let's get into it. On this play, as Siakam gets hung up on the screen, Serge Ibaka is going to contain the ball handler while OG comes over to put a little pressure on. OG goes for the Kevin Love pump fake, but does it in a way where he's able to stay in the play and stay in front of him. Then, as Cedi Osman attacks off the dribble, Siakam is going to leave Tristan Thompson completely, come over to help. That leaves Tristan Thompson wide open in the corner. He's not a shooter, doesn't matter. Airballs it. And now this jump ball is happening at the end where the Raptors are shooting, but look how the Raptors line up with Serge and Siakam at the top so that the larger defenders are away from the basket. Then when Kevin Love taps it back, OG is able to get his hands on it, and there are no bigs near the basket. Now on this play, as Colin Sexton comes off the screen, he's going to have Fred VanVleet right on his hip. Fred's great at getting over screens, while Serge is in front of him trying to contain him. And while Sexton's worrying about those two, Lowry is pinching over from the opposite side, and he's the one who's actually going to deflect the ball away from Sexton. OG's able to pick it up. They get out in transition. He kicks it to Lowry, who drops it off for Serge Ibaka, who slams it home with the monster dunk. And now the Raptors are in a zone that looks kind of like a zone/man-to-man hybrid. And you can see the Cavaliers working the ball around the perimeter, trying to figure out how they're going to attack this. And they really just aren't gaining any sort of an advantage here. Each pass just kind of leads to nowhere as the shot clock continues to tick down until eventually Kevin Porter gets a step on Kyle Lowry. OG's going to come over to help. That leaves Kevin Love open in the corner, but the shot clock runs out before he can release it. Great pressure by the Raptors. And now with the Raptors in a zone again, the Cavs are going to work it to Tristan Thompson at the free throw line. And then Pascal Siakam just shades towards him. He doesn't come with a hard double. And with the active hands here, he's able to intercept the backdoor pass to Kevin Love. And now in transition, the Cavs are going to get the ball to Colin Sexton. And he makes the mistake of picking up his dribble under the basket when Lowry and Fred are right there. And together they're able to rip the ball loose. Siakam picks it up. That's a turnover. Nice pressure. And now the rookie Kevin Porter Jr. gets the ball. Not necessarily an elite ball handler. And Lowry pressures right up onto him. He tries to take him left, but OG comes over with the help. That makes Porter dribble off his own foot. And now on this play, as McKinney comes up to get the ball, Lowry and Siakam are going to switch. And then as Kevin Love gets the ball, Siakam's going to come over with the double team, and once he's there, Lowry switches off of Love, and now watch Lowry switch on to Larry Nance and tell Norm to get out on Sexton. But meanwhile, on the backside of the defense, Pascal Siakam falls asleep, and that lets Kevin Love get really good position under the basket. He's going to score it, and even though the Raptors had good communication on that play, one player falling asleep and it's a score. On this play, the Raptors have a super small lineup in, and that means Norm Powell finds himself on Larry Nance Jr. And as Nance gets the ball and Kevin Porter cuts through, check out the way Fred VanVleet cuts off the pass to Kevin Porter, while Terrence Davis aggressively double teams to prevent that pass over the top. Larry Nance dribbles backwards to try to escape, but as he throws the pass to Kevin Porter, Porter has his foot on the sideline. That's going to be a turnover. And now some quality interior defense from Chris Boucher as he deters the Darius Garland drive and gives a huge shot challenge to Alfonso McKinney. Nice work by Boucher. And now in transition, Boucher is getting back, using his length to bother Alfonso McKinney's shot attempt again. Great hustle, great effort. And on this play, Lowry finds himself matched up with Nance in the low post. Norm comes over with the double team. And as Nance gets rid of it, a nice closeout by McCaw, but Chris Boucher jumps because he is a block fiend. Luckily, the help defense has his back, and Dante Exum has to put up a tough shot with the shot clock running out. Unfortunately, the Cavs are able to get the offensive rebound. Lowry's going to end up getting called for a charge here, and the Raptors gave up 15 offensive boards this game, which is a fair bit. That's a couple games in a row where they've had rebounding issues, obviously missing Marc Gasol. Now on this play, as the ball's at the top, under the basket, Larry Nance Jr. is going to set a screen for Darius Garland. OG switches onto Garland and does a really good job of pursuing him around the pick, but he goes a little too aggressively for the steal here. That lets Garland get a step on him, get into the lane, but Serge Ibaka with the great help defense on the back line, the huge block. Serge is a great defender when he gets to stay on the interior. And on the ensuing inbound, the pass goes to Sexton, and as Exum clears out, check out how OG sticks around. He cuts off the baseline drive. That bottles up Sexton, and he tries to kick it out. Siakam intercepts it. That's a turnover. And now the Cavs try to run some early offense. Check out the way Lowry slides right under this Tristan Thompson pick to cut off Dante Exum, plus Serge with the help on the interior. And now as Porter comes off the screen, check out Serge making himself big, containing him until Lowry can get back into the play. And then the ball goes out to Sexton, and as he drives, Lowry switches onto him. Sexton drops the pass off to Tristan Thompson, but Siakam with the huge block from behind. That's great help defense from the Raptors throughout that possession. Plus, as Tristan Thompson recovers it, Lowry's able to strip the ball out of bounds. And now as Tristan Thompson dumps it down low to Kevin Love with OG on him, Pascal is going to come right over with the double team. He has his hands up and active. That allows him to get the easy steal. And now as Garland drives to the right, Siakam and Lowry are going to switch. Then Osman kicks it out to Tristan Thompson. He's going to try to backdoor Lowry, but Pascal Siakam steps into the passing lane, able to deflect the ball. OG corrals it, another turnover. They had 21 for the game. And now in the second half, Sexton gives it up to Tristan Thompson and Fred VanVleet with the ball denial on the attempted handoff. Tristan Thompson tries to go at Serge, but Serge forces him to turn back to the middle where the help is. Fred gets a hand on the ball. Tristan Thompson puts it up. He's a little bit off balance, and that's solid defense from Toronto. And now on the inbound, check out how Siakam backs up to Kevin Love just to prevent him from getting a touch there. The Cavs work it to the right wing, and as Kevin Porter dribbles to the middle, Norm comes over with the help to cut off the drive. The ball's going to go over to Osman, and as he tries to put it on the deck, he shuffles his feet. Great pressure by the Raptors again. And on this one, Kevin Porter trying to go at Kyle Lowry. Lowry has great hands, and really, if you're not an elite ball handler, Lowry is going to force a couple turnovers over the course of the game. And now as Siakam pressures up on Larry Nance Jr., Patrick McCaw is going to get backdoored, but as he does, Norman Powell is already sliding over to cut off the drive. Patrick McCaw rotating over gets a fingertip on the pass, and as Porter drives here, check out Norm coming over to cut off the baseline and Lowry rotating and sneaking in front of Tristan Thompson to get the deflection and get the steal. Great team defense. And now after Lowry turns the ball over, watch him go all out to save this thing inbounds. And not only that, but he gets up and cuts off what would have been a really easy fast break. Lowry, by far the smallest one in the paint, taps it out to the perimeter. And then as Garland attacks off the dribble, check out Siakam not going for the pump fake. And then as Garland spins to the middle, Serge loads up like he's going to go for the block shot, but he doesn't even jump. But it still forces Garland to change his shot a little bit. That throws him off. And what could have been a disastrous fast break is saved by the hustle and effort of Kyle Lowry, Serge Ibaka, and Pascal Siakam. And now check out the pressure on the perimeter from the Raptors. A little bit of containment there at the top, making the pass underneath the basket really difficult. Good help, good rotations by the Raptors. But as the ball goes out to Darius Garland, Norm closes out a little bit too aggressively, lets him get a step, and then a nice in and out dribble, turns Boucher slightly the wrong way, allows Garland to get the shot off. Pretty good D, but just fell apart there at the end. Here the Raptors switch this initial screen. Larry Nance has Fred VanVleet on him, so he's going to take him down low. Fred and Norm switch off ball. And then as Nance catches it, McCaw's going to come over really aggressively from behind. He gets the huge block, plus Chris Boucher alters the putback attempt. And on this play, we'll see the good and the bad of Chris Boucher. As he gets up, he blocks this first shot attempt, but he's got such a thin frame that he gets pushed back. That lets Kevin Porter get the bucket. But now on this play, it's all good from Chris Boucher as he tracks down Alfonso McKinney in transition, hits him with the block Québécois, a monster transition block off the backboard. And now the Raptors switch the Larry Nance screen, and Kevin Porter wants to go at Chris Boucher. Guys always want to try and go at Chris Boucher because he's so lanky. They think he's not going to be able to move his feet. Meanwhile, off the ball, check out Norman Powell and OG Anunoby switch positions so that the larger OG is closer to the basket. Then as Porter drives, Boucher stays with him, and Fred gets a hand on the ball, pokes it free. It lands in Larry Nance's lap. He kills Boucher with the pump fake, but OG Anunoby is there for the help side block. And the off-ball switch done by Norman OG there is exactly what led to them getting that stop. The Raptors were able to track down the rebound. They get out in transition. The ball finds Fred. He goes up and finishes at the rim. Good work by the Raps to get some quick offense before the defense can get set. And now at the offensive end, this is just another huge effort and hustle play. Pascal Siakam misses the shot, but Serge Ibaka with the monster rebound tips it out. Lowry diving into the stands to save it. Raptors only up one here. They work it around a little bit until they get a Serge Ibaka three-pointer. And now on this play, Garland is going to drive, kick it out to Sexton. He tries to drive into the lane, and then he picks up his dribble, and Lowry and Fred have him completely swallowed up here. But Lowry makes the mistake of flopping, trying to draw the offensive foul. Didn't need to do that, had great position. That gives Sexton an open shot. Tough decision by Lowry. And now back at the offensive end, as Lowry drives, Kevin Porter is going to come over to help while Larry Nance is also coming over to help. That leaves Norman Powell open in the corner. Poor decision by Porter. And then down at the other end with less than a minute left, Fred and Serge doing everything they can to contain the two-man action. Colin Sexton eventually ends up getting a mid-ranger. Kevin Love on the offensive board. He tries to work it on Siakam, who gives up nothing. Kicks it out to Porter, and as Porter tries to pass to Sexton here, look where Norm starts. He covers a lot of ground to get in the passing lane, deflects the ball, picks it up, takes it down to the other end to put the exclamation point on the Raptors' 9th straight win. That pushes the Raptors to 34-14, and they just need one more win in their next two games against the Pistons or the Bulls to send Nick Nurse and the coaching staff to the All-Star game along with Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam. Thanks for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button and let me know what you thought of the Raptors defense in the comments.